Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm filming the 2020 Toyota Camry XSE. This does have the all-wheel drive system, but let's take a look underneath the hood here of the Camry XSE. This has the same motor that I showed you guys more before. This has the 2.5 liter four-cylinder. It makes 205 horsepower, 185 pound-feet of torque. It's paired with an 8-speed automatic, 25 in the city, 34 on the highway. With the all-wheel drive system, you lose around 5 miles to the gallon. So just in case you're looking to have the best fuel economy, I will not offer in the all-wheel drive system. And if you stay in the cold weather state, the all-wheel drive system would be really helpful once it starts to snow or once the roads get a little slick. This is a all-wheel drive system, like I mentioned, so it's going to be front-wheel drive bias. So that means system notice that you need traction or there's slippage, it will send 50% of the power to the actual rear. But shutting the hood here of the Camry, I showed you guys this design once more before. Honestly, I'm not a really big fan of the Camry, but it's kind of grown on me. And so when they refresh this thing in probably 2022 or 2023, hopefully they make up a better design there. Looking at this grill here, this is a mesh design. My tester is painted in the wind chill pearl exterior color, and the interior is going to be an ash interior, which looks really good as well with the color combination. There's your Toyota emblem there, which houses that rear sensor. Looking at these headlights, they're going to be a full LED with an LED turn signal and LED daytime running light with these projector bulbs here. And down here, there's no air curtain to put over the wheel. There's just a plastic piece here, but I do like this aluminum trim here on the actual front fascia. But making our way to the side profile of the Camry, looking at these tires, these are a 235/40 width tire. They're wrapped in this 19-inch rim design. I like the black and silver finish. These are Bridgestone tires, so pretty good tires on the market. There's this LED sight marker here. My Tesla does have this panoramic sunroof to let a lot of light into the actual cabin here. The wheelbase for the Camry is 111.2 inches with an overall length of 193 inches. So Toyota didn't change any of the dimensions for the 2020 model year. But making our way to the rear here of the Camry, these are going to be a full LED tail light with an LED turn signal, LED brake light with an LED reverse light. Looking here, there is this like teardrop effect here. It's not functional. There's your Toyota emblem, your Camry badge, and the XSE badge with the all-wheel drive badge. This is the only way that you're gonna know that you actually have the all-wheel drive model because of this all-wheel drive badge there. Open up the cargo capacity back here. Toyota says you're around 15 cubic feet of space. So just in case you're looking to have the most cubic feet of space, you can go for a Toyota Avalon, which has 16.7 cubic feet of space or 16.1 cubic feet of space. Or you can go for the other competitor like the Honda Accord, which offers around the same as the Toyota Avalon. Looking down here, there's going to be a spare tire instead of a fix-a-flat kit. I'm sitting inside the interior of the 2020 Toyota Camry all-wheel drive. Looking at this interior, I showed you guys this interior once more before, but shutting the door. And to start up the Camry here, put your foot on the brake and press the start-stop button here. You can hear that four-cylinder drone to life. Looking here at the cluster here, you have this nice welcome screen here by the Camry. Displays here and this LCD display, and also on the infotainment system, which is an 8-inch display here. Looking here at these gauges, they're red tinted. I like the red tinted gauge. Up at your dashboard here is going to be a soft touch ejection molded plastic here. It's going to be hard touch on this XSE trim. There's this aluminum door handle. It is one touch up, one touch down for windows, an automatic high beam, your traction control here, fuel cap opener, and a heated steering wheel button there. Also, you can control the mirror switches from here. You do have paddle shifters here on the steering wheel. Nice leather up steering wheel, forward collision warning, lane keep assist, adaptive cruise control here with stop and go. Your radio preset buttons are here. Your volume and voice controls. Your Toyota emblem, which is here. I like the 3-spoke wheel design, but the steering wheel is looking a little stale here on the Camry. Toyota should just change up the styling here. There's a turn signal stock, wheel rubber stock here. Air vents at the top, your hazard button. This does have the JBL sound system, including navigation. That's around $1,700. This is the 8-inch display. For the 2021 model year, Toyota changed up the infotainment system here by giving it a 9-inch display. Instead of having it integrated into the actual dash here, there's some dedicated buttons here for your home, menu, audio, map, your sync, your track, your phone, and different apps. This is a single climate control. Surprised to see there's no dual climate control in here. Big volume knob and tuning knob there. This does have a CD player. Surprised to see that Toyota is still offering a CD player. There's this aluminum like trim here. The dashboard here does have this soft touch material here with stitching. There's some ambient lighting here which shows blue. I don't think you could actually change the lighting in the actual Camry here. And above me there's this panoramic sunroof for around $1,000 if I'm not mistaken. LED lights throughout the entire cabin. That's how you open up the shade here, and also you can tilt the sunroof from here. This back part does not open. There's this bar here to cut across the panoramic sunroof there. There's a USB port here. Surprisingly, there's no USB-Cs in this car. A 12-volt, a wireless charging pad, which is nice. And down here, there's additional storage. You probably put your wallet in there, or probably put your phone. Putting the Camry into reverse here, as you can see, trajectory with distance markers. There is a there's a wide view here. This does have rear cross traffic alert. Kicking over here to the left, there's a sport mode, 8 different gears to go through. Compared to the Honda Accord, which offers a CVT, the Nissan, which offers a CVT, and also the Subaru Forester, putting this thing back into park. There's an eco mode here, normal, sport, auto hold, electronic parking brake, 2 cup holders there. There's 3-level heated seats. Surprisingly, there's no cool seats here on the XSE trim. This is slightly padded here. Looking at the console in here, there's 2 quick charging USB ports. So these a deep amount of storage. You probably put a small purse or you put your wallet in there. The seats in here, they're comfortable, but honestly, I would prefer the seats in the Nissan Altima with their NASA inspired seats, which are really comfortable. I would prefer those. Looking at the glove box here, is damped, but it's not lined with felt. Pretty decent sized glove box, fit your owner manual and whatnot. But let's hop into the back seat of the Toyota Camry. So I'm sitting in the back seat here of the Toyota Camry, looking at the leg room. Toyota says you get around 38 inches of leg room. If you're looking for most leg room in the actual segment, you have to go for the Honda Accord. That offers 40.4, or you can step up to a Toyota Avalon, which offers the same amount of leg room. Looking here, there's 2 mat pockets, there's rear air vents. Surprisingly, there's no charging ports back here. There's this tunnel here because it does have the all-wheel drive system. Looking over here, nice materials here on the actual seats and whatnot. Looking here at headroom really quick, I have about 1.5 inches of headroom. I'm only 5'8", so if you're 6 feet tall, you're gonna have to cram your head into the actual seat headrest here, because this panoramic sunroof does cut into the actual headroom back here. There's LED lighting throughout the whole entire cabin. Shutting the door here, materials do continue to the back. It's going to be a hard touch material here with the aluminum door handle. It is 1 touch up, 1 touch down for all 4 windows, like I mentioned. Pulling this armrest down here, there's 2 cup holders, but there's no storage. But let's take the Camry out and see how it performs with that all-wheel drive system. Starting off the driving scene here in the 2020 Toyota Camry with the all-wheel drive system. This has the same all-wheel drive system that's in the Toyota Highlander and also the RAV4. But the thing makes 205 horsepower, 185 pound-feet of torque, and it's paired with an 8-speed automatic. Compared to the Subaru with the all-wheel drive and the Nissan Altima, which has the all-wheel drive, those vehicles are paired with a CVT transmission. So the Camry here is the only one paired with an 8-speed automatic. The CVT, of course, get the best fuel economy. This has 25 in the city, 34 on the highway, and 28 combined. So that's like 5 mpg reduction compared to the other competitors that get better fuel economy. But honestly, you would have to basically, you won't be able to tell this has the all-wheel drive model besides that all-wheel drive badge that's in the rear here of the Camry. There's no all-wheel drive system or anything that shows you where the torque is going. Here in the infotainment system, there's no badging in here, whatnot. So Toyota didn't do too much with the all-wheel drive badging aspect here, but like I mentioned, there is that single badge there in the rear. This does have Toyota Safety Sense P, which includes forward collision warning, rear cross traffic alert, blind spot monitoring with radar cruise control. So this thing will stop and go for you if you're in traffic or once you set the cruise control. And this is my first time driving the all-wheel drive Camry. A lot of people are saying, why did Toyota didn't put this all-wheel drive system in the V6 Camry or Avalon? But they didn't do that because about 6% of people buy 6% of the people buy the Avalon and Camry with the V6. But Toyota said the take rate for this one should be around 15 to 20%, especially if you live in a cold weather state. With the all-wheel drive system, really quick, you guys know how all-wheel drive systems work, but in the Camry here, this is a front-wheel drive bias system. The rear wheels detect that there's slippage, it sends 50% of the power to the rear, so just in case you're losing traction, it will help when you're losing traction in the rear, or when you're losing traction. Visibility out of the Camry here is really good. Of course, I showed you guys this driving scene of a Camry once before. Good visibility, big side mirrors, nice leather wrap steering wheel here. I like the gauges, I have this red tint to them. They still have this 8.5 display screen here. For the 2021 model year, they refreshed the interior here. They gave it a floating tablet style screen here instead of this integrated screen to the actual dashboard. Put my foot down here. course, it's a 4-cylinder, so it's not gonna sound the best. Of course, it's a 4-banger. Everyone knows those are really raspy engines, but they're really good when it comes to actually fuel economy. My Tesla does have paddle shifters. And of course, when you put this thing into sport mode, the steering gets a little bit tight, the throttle gets a little touchy, and it holds the gears a little longer in that aspect. But like I was saying, great visibility. The seats in here, they're somewhat comfortable. Honestly, I would prefer the seats in the Nissan Altima with their NASA-inspired zero-gravity seats. One of the best seats in the actual mid-size sedan segment. The Accord has good seats. The Camry has good seats as well, but I just prefer the soft, squishy feel of the Nissan Altima seats. The materials in here, like I mentioned from the driving scene, they're a hard touch in certain areas here, but overall, Toyota did a really good job with the Camry here. It's one of the best-selling cars in the actual US market. But this thing is really quiet in here. You don't hear too much of the road noise. Like I mentioned, Miami doesn't have one of the best roads here. But the Camry is a smooth daily driving vehicle. And this thing just excels at driving. That's probably why the take rate home for these are, of course, they're a lot, because Toyota has a good reliability, great durability. You can put your kids in the back, you can take your friends around, you guys can go on a long road trip. But overall, the Camry is a really good thing, and I'm really surprised that they gave this thing finally all-wheel drive, because a lot of people were asking for it. So Toyota give their consumers what they want, and they wanted an all-wheel drive system. So I'm really surprised that they gave the Camry an all-wheel drive system. But with the all-wheel drive system, the Camry, honestly, it doesn't feel like it's even heavier to me when I'm just driving this thing. It feels just like a normal Camry just going down the road. And above me, my Tesla does have this panoramic sunroof to let a lot of light to this cabin. The Accord, unfortunately, does not offer a panoramic sunroof just yet. The Kia K5 that I reviewed, that had a panoramic sunroof, I think it has standard equipment for the EX trim. So there's a lot of standard stuff, but my Tesla, you have to pay around $1,000 for the actual panoramic sunroof here. Like I mentioned, it's really nice light into this cabin here, which is the ash cabin here. So nice materials in here, nice color combinations of two-tone, of course. But Toyota has done a really good job with the Camry, making it stay relevant. To do a slight acceleration run, I'm going to turn off the traction control here really quick. Okay, traction's out. I'm going to brake torque and put my foot on the brake and the accelerator. Zero to 60 felt like 7-second range, just like every other car in this actual segment. And with the all-wheel drive system, you guys didn't hear any wheel hop. There was no torque steer, so the all-wheel drive system here is really good. So if you're looking for a car with a really good all-wheel drive system, I haven't drove the Nissan Altima or the Subaru just yet, so I'm going to leave my judgment for that. But for the Camry here, it does has a really good all-wheel drive system. I'm really impressed here. They did a really good job with the all-wheel drive system. So if you guys are looking for a family sedan that offers all-wheel drive with an 8-speed automatic, the Camry has your name all over it. So after spending time with the 2020 Toyota Camry XSE with the all-wheel drive system, the all-wheel drive system is really good, as you guys seen from the actual driving dynamics. So bravo to Toyota for finally putting the all-wheel drive system in a Toyota Camry. So how much does a Camry cost? Starting price for my Tesla right behind me here starts off at $31,405. It does have the special paint, the JBL sound system with navigation, and also that panoramic sunroof to let a lot of light into the actual cabin, which has a nice color combination. So my Tesla 6 for a grand total of $41,612. I'd like to give such thanks to South Dade Toyota for providing me with the Camry all-wheel drive. If you're in the market for a Camry that has an all-wheel drive system, you guys can check out South Dade Toyota and ask for Wilford. He gets you into a new, used, or pre-owned vehicle. But make sure you guys follow me on Instagram at DriveOnReviews, and please keep subscribing to the YouTube channel. I catch you all in the next video.